Welcome back to ALW Collectibles. Today we're taking a look at Transformers Generation 2 Universe. Released in 2026 as part of the Age of the Primes toy line, Sludge. He is released in a 2-pack with Swoop. They are just recently put out, and I'll be honest, I'm ecstatic to have them in my collection. As I previously stated in the earlier Transformer Generation 2 videos for the Studio Series, there was only 3 Dinobots originally released in 1990. They were Grimlock, Slag, and Sludge. Swoop and Snarl did not make the cut. I'd seen prototype photos, and I had seen box art. I had never seen an actual toy until these were announced and released, and I cannot say enough. I will say you do not need to adjust your colors. He really is traffic cone orange. He is a bright orange with blue, silver, and gold. Watercolor combination. It is amazing to look at. Takes a little bit to get used to it because, everybody's used to the gold and silver of the originals, and now you have one that looks like it can stand in the middle of traffic and stop everybody. Having said that, you get one accessory with this guy. That is his Electron Blaster, which is cast in black, and this thing looks like a Electron Cannon. I call it a blaster. And it looks like a cannon. It is huge. It's not heavy, but it's just really thick. And that brings us to our friend, the man we're taking a look at, Sludge himself. Wow. It took a little bit for me to get used to this figure when I opened the box. It really caught me off guard, so let's take a look at this. First thing I will say is that the detail work in the toy for the Brontosaurus is really amazing. This does look really cool. There's a lot of molding on him, particularly through here, through the plating here. Even on the legs, there's a lot of molding. You have a gold jaw with a silver head, red eyes, and it does have a little pupil in there. You have the Autobot symbol on the top of the head. Orange for 9% of the body. He's got the silver piece in the middle here with the black stripe. Blue right above the back legs. Black tail and a black stripe here. And then you have your silver on there. When you turn them upside down, you do have this void cavity, which is for transformation. My complaint of these, I wish you could have flipped the toes in just to get them out of the way. But that looks fantastic. And there is an actual little gun in his mouth. Articulation, mouth will go up and down. Head will go up and down. I gotta hold this or it's gonna fall apart on me. The neck goes up and down. And that goes pretty far. So that has one heck of a range on it. And he's trying to transform early. Front legs will move, but they are limited due to location. The bottom of the feet will move. Back legs go all the way around. They will go out. And he does have a knee bend in his Dino mode. So overall, dinosaur mode, I really don't have anything to complain about. I think it looks really sharp, except for the toes on the bottom, which you really don't see that much. But the fact that I know that there bothers me. Again, Brontosaurus, Sludge, it was just an amazing thing to find them releasing this. He is just a recolor from the Studio Series Transformers, the movie 1986 leader class from 2022. There's no alterations on the toy. It's just a complete recolor. And again, he was unreleased in the original toy line for 1990 Generation 2. So to have him released now, can't say enough. And transformation for him is not that complicated. It does look a little wonky at times. If he stopped doing that, it would be great. So we're going to take the stand out for a second. First thing we're going to do is we're going to come to the back of the legs. Starting up here in these black pieces here, I'm going to lift them up like so. Next, I'm going to take and separate them, which I already did for me. And at this joint up, I'm going to bring this whole piece down on both sides. I'm going to take the back legs, and I'm actually just going to angle them out of my way like this. Like I said, it's going to look like a nightmare for a few minutes. That's what we're working with. Bring these out. Then we come to the back. Pushing here on this piece right here. I'm going to bring his leg up. I'm going to clip his legs in. Now that looks a little wonky, I know. But we're going to close it all up. And bring these straight down out of my way. We're going to bring this in. All right, let's do this side so you can see it better. Make sure this is down. Bring this piece in. Fold this piece inside. Bring this piece down. And there's a tab here on the side. You want to make sure that goes inside the leg. Flip that over and bring that like that. And that is actually the leg. Same thing on the other side. Bring this piece in. Bring it in. And again, there's that little tab, which needs to go in here. Sorry, I got a little frog in my throat. Bring this over. Bring that up. And there's his legs. He's a little tall. Now, the next step is I'm just going to bring these out to the side and angle them a little bit out of my way. This piece already did it for me, but you want to pop this back. And you want to disconnect these. You want to bring this out and this orange clip forward like that. Because you're going to take this leg, bring it like this, and back. Same thing on the other side. Bring this out. You got caught on the leg. Out. Forward. Straighten it straight up. Bring it back. And just keep these. There is a pin here. And that little hole right there. That's going to clip in. That's going to clip in. Here comes the fun part. So that's what we look like right now. Almost there. Bring this part down out of your way. Bring his head up. This plate's going to come up. And as you can see, it's got a rotator pin. Rotate. And in place. Straighten his legs. Rotate his waist. Now we can begin to set everything the way you want it. And I use the gun trick on his hands. Alright, so my gun's not fitting. So we're going to use a little cheat tool. Flip out one. Bring one hand down. And I like using a little jeweler's screwdriver because it does no damage to the toy. And down. And there is Sludge. Sludge in his robot mode. Hopefully the camera's picking up exactly how tall he is. And I think I smacked my camera. It's a little off angle now. And even in robot mode, I gotta say, he looks pretty impressive, even with the orange coloration. There we go. And now the blue with the black and the orange and with the silver in the backdrop, I think it just really pops the whole thing. Looks really sharp. You got black head with the red eyes, silver face, silver crown on the top, Autobot symbol on top of it. It's like a darker orange now with the dark blue. Of course, the orange on the arms and legs, black for the legs and groin area. And I love the silver behind him with the detail work. I think it just really pops really nice. And I like how everything is contained within the leg. So it's solid, but everything's just put away so you don't see it. He's got the traditional tail on the side of his legs, which just makes him look even more bulky and menacing. How everything in the back kind of flows together. It doesn't look like it's just hanging there. It looks like it actually should be there. Again, these are just my highlights. Everybody's got their own differences. Articulation. Head will go all the way around. It does go up and down, so you do full exorcist. Due to the way this is designed, you can see that little bump right there. These wings will not go back any farther, or if you do, you will actually pop them loose. So that does hinder his arm movement. But he can still go out. Bicep rotation. Ew, I forgot to do that. I forgot to turn his arm around like that. I'm so sorry. You got to turn the arm around and then turn the hand around. I forgot to do that. Whoops. Now he's got his elbows. Waist rotation. Get the arm out of the way. He's got a very good big boot. Back boot's a little bit hindered because of everything, but if you angle the leg out a little, pretty good. He will do the full splits. Stay. Thigh rotation. And he actually has a 90-degree knee bend. And for the toe. So he is really posable. You can set him in some really dramatic posing. And as you can see, no supports. He is balancing very nicely for having his whole body contorted like that. So personally, I like it. I think he looks fantastic. Nice addition to the Gen 2 coloration line. Little bio on him. Sludge is a brick. In comparison to the other Dinobots, they all look like scholars. However, his physical presence makes up for his lack of intelligence. Believes in the strongest should leave. The strongest should lead. Sorry, couldn't read my own notes for a second. Believes Grimlock should be in charge of the Autobots, not Optimus Prime. Begrudgingly follows Optimus's orders, only out of respect for Grimlock. However, he is immensely loyal and truly believes in the Autobot cause of peace. So, a little bit of a contrast. Again, people come watch my videos to see how many times I can screw something up. A little bit of a contrast to the other Dinobots. Sludge really prefers peace. He is a peaceful Transformer for the most part. But he just believes power is the ultimate control. Strength. But, can't knock the guy. Overall, can't say enough. Think it looks fantastic. Having said that with my many goof-ups with speech, this has been ALW Collectibles. If you like what you see, please hit the like button, subscribe if you wish. Comments are always welcome. I want to say thank you to all the channel subscribers and the comments that have been coming in. I really do appreciate it. I'm trying to respond to every single one. I love the difference of opinions. I love people expressing themselves. I think it's really awesome as a community. Let's keep going with that. I'm going to get ready for one more video. And Sludge is going to get ready just to stomp his way into the battlefield and see what damage he can cause. You all have a good day.